What's up, guys? It's your boy Freddy here. So today I want to talk about two stocks, Palantir and Grab, which is one of the biggest ride-sharing platforms in Southeast Asia. These two stocks have gained a lot of traction on social media. A lot of people are talking about it, especially retail investors. So we're going to go ahead and break those two stocks down in this video. And I want to talk about Doge, the Doge dividend. Now, Elon Musk is considering sending $5,000 refund checks to US taxpayers. A lot of tax-related news is going to come over the next couple of weeks, and I believe it should help drive the S&P 500 much higher despite all the chop we've been seeing so far. Now, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and join my Discord. It is stockrabbit.vip. I provide some of the best long-term and short-term setups out there, and I also do daily market analysis. So go ahead and check that out. Now, Grab. So a lot of people, right, before Grab released earnings today, they've been talking about how Grab is the next SoFi, it's the next PLTR, it's going to go parabolic. But I actually kind of beg to differ. And despite all the attention it's been getting on social media, Grab released earnings today and they missed. And it basically dropped 11% after hours from 5 to around $4 something. And the reason why is because they expect a 3 billion to 3.4 billion sales this year, just shy of the 3.5 billion average of analyst projections pulled by Bloomberg. So there's a lot of sky high expectations baked into the stock going into earnings, and shares fell around 11% during US post-market trading, right? And so, there's been a lot of people on social media, just to call a few people out, saying that it's going to break out like the next PLTR. It's the next parabolic stock to go 300, 400% return in the next year or two. I mean, honestly, these people are just drawing lines on a chart, right? You can see there's no downturn in these lines. It's just, pop up, consolidation sideways, pop up consolidation sideways. These type of charts are extremely unrealistic. I don't know. They're just there to get social media attention. And then there's a lot of people talking about, just not worry about earnings, buy the dip, grab some more. But if you look at the numbers realistically, right? Revenue has not been growing fast enough. You can see that most recently, $716 million in revenue, net income only 26 million, net margin 3.63%. You can see that, recently returned to profitability after like several quarters. So they are basically losing money, right? Except this Q4 2023. And, they haven't really been profitable consistently so far. And you can see that the revenue hovers around 600, 630, 650 million for the past 4 quarters. So having a revenue growth of maybe 17 or 18% and calling a parabolic move in the stock has no basis at all, right? Fundamentals do not match so what some of these people are saying out there, right? And I'm going to compare the stock to Uber because Uber is also another ride-sharing platform. It's one of the biggest in the US. Also, it's expanding overseas as well. Honestly, Grab has not expanded internationally. It's only been, existing in Southeast Asia. And you could see that Uber, ever since IPO around $40, recently reached a high around $83, $81. That's only a 100% gain in 6 years. And these people are calling for like a 400% gain in 1.5 years or 2 years. And so realistically, if you're going to be a long-term investor in Grab, I don't see a problem with it, right? But realize that you're going to be holding the stock for some time, and I wouldn't be expecting like $20, $30 in the next 2 years. Unless they show, faster than expected revenue growth. Somehow they make a lot of acquisitions this year, or maybe somehow their profitability improves drastically, right? The fundamentals do not match up to what these people are saying, and evidently the stock tanking 10% after hours has a lot of people, in disbelief, especially among retail investors. And that's what I want to point out here. 6 years for 100% gain for Uber. Don't expect anything much from Grab, especially when it operates at a much smaller scale than Uber, and especially Uber has been going into self-driving and AI and all these things like that. So that's what's driving the stock price a lot higher these days. But Grab, it's still got plenty of runway ahead, right? It's still not there yet, and especially for PLTR, right? People have been talking about PLTR left and right. It's getting a lot of attention among retail investors and also among institutions, right? But I just wanted to warn that we are also in the midst of a blow off top for Palantir. Right? Back in 2021, when people are buying at around $41, $30, we suffered a multi-year drawdown. Think about it. It's gone nowhere for like 3, 4 years before suddenly a lot of people have been piling on, retail especially, because it's been getting a lot of press and attention from a lot of these institutions. So people are calling it, this article from Yahoo, they're calling it the Messi of AI, said to hit $1 trillion, right? And Dan Ives, who coined the term Messi of AI for Palantir, he's been talking about Palantir left and right. And so a lot of people, especially retail investors, are going to pick up on that and they're going to pile on Palantir. That's why it's been getting this massive run up, thinking it's like the new AI play that's going to be as good as Nvidia. Like, come on here. And you can see that the stock is extremely overheated. Maybe these news aren't true, right? Maybe the CEO has a better stock trading plan or DoD budget cut isn't even that great. But investors are using any news to just sell the stock. And that's what I want to point out here. When a stock is extremely overbought, people are going to use any reason to sell the stock. And I've also warned that in my Discord group. So if you haven't already, go ahead and join that Discord. People are talking about they want advice on PLTR. I said that PLTR is in the midst of a massive blow off top. FOMO could carry the stock to 30s, 130s, 140s, 150s, but the stock is ultimately fundamentally overvalued, right? Right? If we compare Palantir to CRM, CRM also does AI. Like CRM has a $315 billion valuation, but Palantir has a 284 billion market cap, right? The valuation is so close, but CRM annual revenue is nearly 35 billion in contrast to only 3 billion for Palantir, right? It could take up to 10 years for Palantir to even 10x their annual revenue. And look, it's gone parabolic. So there's going to be a moment of time for Palantir that people are going to give up on the stock, right? They're going to say, why is the stock dropping like 40, 50%, after they bought the top here at 130s, 140s? And so that's exactly what's playing out here. After hours, we're going to see Palantir may have some more room to the upside, right? Because momentum is clearly still there. But don't be surprised if there's a multi-year correction for Palantir, just as exactly what happened at the start of 2021. Last but not least, I want to talk about the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 has been chopping and slopping around for like weeks now, and I believe that it's trying to break out. Right? It's breaking above recent all-time highs. I believe it closed today at around 612.9, almost 613. That is really good news for the bulls here. There's going to be a lot of good development coming out, especially with the Doge, the tax cuts. Trump says he's weighing giving 20% of Doge savings to Americans. All these news are going to come out, I believe, to help drive the stock market higher. MACD is still positive, pointing to continued bullish momentum. So go ahead and not financial advice, of course, but I'm going to be staying the course on my S&P 500 calls. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about Palantir and Grab, the S&P 500. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Give me a follow, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.